First map goes to Johan Quick, a.k.a. Toxic, a.k.a. the Toxinator. And, oh, look at that. That's what a Toxic will get if he wins? No, just kidding. That's what I'm going to get. No, just kidding. That's
what I want.
The cars lining up there on the Monza track as we get ready for the second round here on Placebo Effect. And Socrates asked you to get rid of the disco light. I thought you liked the disco.
Yeah, I think he does. He's pretending or something, you know. I know he likes disco shoes.
All right, well, guess what? We're about ready to go inside this game. You're listening to DJ Wheat and Red Eye from ITG. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, and we are now officially into game number 2 here on Placebo. Red Eye, take it away.
Yeah, Toxic versus Socrates. It's map 2 in the grand final of the 1v1 Quake 4 Invitational here at the World Cyber Games 2006. Live from Monza in Italy. Toxic already one map up, only has to claim one more. It's 15 minutes away from World Cyber Games glory, but Socrates stands in his way, and right now that was a great shot from Socrates as well. Toxic in a little bit of trouble, has to back himself away from that one and try and find him some health back inside this second map rather. So 30 seconds in, wow. No score so far. Socrates trying to land the rail through the gaps, and then we'll watch him drop down. Second one doesn't land either, and that's unusual to see two of them go down. And now shotgun breaking out from Socrates. He's hiding behind the wall, trying to use that wall for cover. Still going, and finally will nail that shotgun pellet right in the face of the Swede, and will grab himself the lead. It's a mirror start to the first map, and this time Socrates has to win the map though.
Yeah, absolutely. 14 minutes and 2 seconds now on the clock. Toxic on the mid-level with the rails. Goes and picks up a Hyper Blaster that was left behind just a few moments ago. There you see one of the players who played here in the Quake4 All Stars tournament, Sturmy from Italy. Performed very well, ending up in the top 4, but could not make it through after some very impressive games. But we're here on the main stage for the WCG 2006 Grand Final for Quake4 one-on-one. The interesting thing about this one before we get started here is that now these players will be paired up, and they will have to play 2 versus 2, which will be an equally exciting matchup, an exciting set of games. Toxic over near the red armor goes for the assault there on Socrates, and a lot of missed rails that I'm seeing by these guys, but they're taking some real tough rail shots.
Oh wow, Toxic comes in with his first, the second frag for him. That'll make it 2-1 to the Swede, and you're right, I mean, I don't think I've seen that many missed rails in the whole entire game between these two players. I mean, either of them have never missed that many rails in a row, but yeah, maybe they are human after all. Maybe we miss the line. Toxic and Socrates. Socrates now battling it out in that low area. Shaft to shaft. Now Toxic out with the shaft very late though, and he's going to try and come back, land a point blank rail, and only the machine gun allowed for Socrates. That was all he had left, the only weapon in his arsenal, but it was enough for him, and he did land it with just 9 cells of the LG left as well. So that great stuff there from Socrates. He had to switch to the machine gun. He did get the frag, and we're tied up at 2-2 with just 2.5 minutes to go.
There was also another crucial thing that happened on that kill. When Toxic died, his corpse actually picked up the red armor. I mean, so it was negated for Socrates right there. However, a nice shaft kill by Socrates. He'll pick up another one, and he's now on the lower levels firing that rail. You mentioned that this was a mirror match from the first one. We saw this score on Galang, 3-2. And this is the point where Toxic brought it back in his favor. Gonna go grenade versus LG, but the LG comes out dominant, and Socrates will continue to control that rail and steal it away from its spawn position to try to prevent Toxic from using that. And rightfully so, Toxic now assaulting over near the lightning gun. Oh, that rocket just going by the feet of Socrates, and it will be a machine gun kill by Toxic to tie not to tie this one up, but to make it a 1 frag lead once again. Socrates with a beautiful rail right there. Can he follow up? No, he can't. Toxic ties this one up with a nice shot. Well, only momentarily. 5-4 now. The frags going back and forth, and this is what we expected to see in the Quake4 1v1 All-Star Final at the World Cyber Games 2006.
I don't think 9 kills into the game, and like 4 of them have been machine guns. I don't think I've seen that many machine guns in an entire tournament before, let alone in one map. Socrates with some brilliant machine gun work, and then Toxic coming back with his own. It's 6-4 right now. Toxic leading down by 2 rather, and will then pummel a rocket right into the face of Toxic as well. And Socrates now just starting to mix things up nicely. That they've both been very low on health, very, very low and sensationally low. So much low that they can then attack each other with machine gun. But Socrates again just about surviving that onslaught from Toxic and grabbing the kill. That's 4 frags now, and I think each time Toxic comes in, he's being super aggressive because he thinks that guy must be low on health. How the heck is he staying alive? And that's why you see him going aggressive off the spawn each time. So far, though, it's worked really well for the American, and there's another example of it. Brilliant LG work as he drops down and claims the red armor as his prize as well. And that's a 5-frag lead now, and wait, game on.
Yeah, absolutely. The other interesting thing to note, and I know it's a little early to be starting to talk about stuff like this. Hold on. We got a fight over here just above the teleporter. There's another rail by Socrates to make it 10-4. He's got a 6-frag lead over Toxinator, and you know what? You can't really count that out. Fox at one point during this tournament had a 10-frag lead over Toxic, and he brought it back to his favor, and that's exactly how it gets done. Toxic there powering through that frag with a very, very nice set of rockets, and another set making it 10-6, and anything can happen, especially here on Placebo Effect. Things get a little crazy, and those frags can start racking up big time. The LG comes out again. It looks like a rail shot does manage to connect for Socrates, but that'll be it. 9 minutes and 53 seconds on the clock. Toxic going for another one as Socrates picks up that red armor, but it won't matter. 10-8. It's a 2-frag game.
Unbelievable. You know, it never ceases to amaze me how great this guy's rail is and how great his LG is. Some absolutely superb rail and superb LG from the Swede. He leads down by 2 frags right now, but yeah, it looks as if he's leading the frag race whenever you see him moving around the map like that, but he's actually 3 down right now. Socrates will finally get one back on the board after a reply, but that's how quickly things can change on Placebo Effect. It can swing. We've seen a fantastic game so far. I can't remember seeing a game on Placebo with 20 frags in it after 5 minutes. It's been so aggressive, and
yeah,
maybe that's part of the Socrates strategy. Maybe that's what he meant by he was going to mix this stuff up. And it's worth a try, and it's working for him so far. 3-frag lead. We're going to get another battle here. LG versus Rockets. Rockets coming back, but Toxic will win out with the LG once more, and there it is. He's reduced the gap to 2, and we're down into the last 9 minutes of this World Cyber Games 1v1 Grand Final. And is it the last 9 minutes? Socrates needs to hold on to this as another rocket flies into his face, and the gap is down to 1.
And it's amazing that it's down to 1, considering it was 6 just a few moments ago. 8 minutes and 41 seconds on the clock. Anything can happen at this point as Socrates picks up a little bit of armor there, and now making his way down to the mid-levels. And 8 minutes 31 seconds. I still got to say, with Socrates in the lead, I think the third map will be a random pick, and there it is, the tying frag by Toxic, 11-11. The question is can Toxic continue this reign of terror here on the American opponent, Socrates?
Yep. Let's see whether he can. He's got rockets primed and ready. Oh, takes a face full of grenades. Actually didn't lose an awful lot of health on that one. I thought it was a bigger grenade than it was. Just a little bit of splash damage in the end. Red armor will spawn and be picked up by Toxic. Those hyper blaster sounds come flying down into that corridor from the American. Did land a pixel perfect rail through the gap as well. Stunning stuff yet again from Toxic. He'll now try and lash out the LG to get that lead back. And it's 11-11 right now. Oh, Socrates hiding behind the wall. Toxic then taking by surprise there. Surprisingly, actually, because I thought he would have worked that one out. Yeah. I saw that one coming from a mile away. How did he not see that one? But 11-11 remains the score. We're 7.5 minutes away from the end of this map now. And Socrates still has this one all to play for. It's 11 inches. The rail comes in from Toxic and Socrates falls down to try and pick up the armor. He'll spawn just above the red as well. And he'll come in all aggressive with the machine gun. And Toxic is trying to LG him with just 9 points of health. Incredible stuff from Toxic. He deserved to go down there. Socrates knew he was weak. And now the mega health will be claimed. Will it? No, it won't. Socrates, brilliant stuff with the machine gun as Toxic goes for the M for the mega health. And it's now 13-12. And with Socrates having picked up that mega, Toxic's going to go all aggressive on him in the red armor corridor and get that LG frag. And he's up by 2 now at 14-12.
Very, very nicely done. Toxic now up by 2. 7 minutes left on the clock. And he's going to go in.